And they will get the 1 to go when they get to the line this time. This completes lap 3:05, so now we're 5 laps past the scheduled distance.
Oh, man. Just
one more lap.
Next time is 3:06.
All right, so you better get to 3:08.
Oh, man.
Alan?
Bill, when NASCAR first implemented the green-white checker finish, its intent was to ensure the fans, these 101,000 fans here today who came to see a race to the checkers, to ensure that they got to see the best possible chance for an exciting green flag finish. The worst possible case scenario was just what we're seeing play out today. People short on fuel, an extended cleanup that forces perhaps something to alter the finish. The teams all knew it going in. Everyone understands that the green-white checker is a good thing for the sport. This just happens to be that one situation that nobody can really control. They've all got their fingers and toes crossed.
All right, AB.
Well, there was nervous drivers a little while ago. They're really nervous now.
Be a lot of talk about this tomorrow.
Especially when you take a restart, you run out of gas in front of a guy, you're going to get run over.
One attempt at a 2 laps of green finish. The green flag's in the air, white flag next time.
Good restart for Kyle Busch. Uh-oh, Elliott Sadler looks like he's out of fuel.
Did everything he could. Still under power, though, it looks like maybe back there. Nope. You're right, Wally, he's done.
Oh, the 99 just taking a look at Hamlin. He wants by bad. He tried low, he couldn't. He's going to the high side.
And he's been running that high line.
Oh, he's sideways. He's giving it everything he's got.
Last lap.
Ooh, in the back of him.
The 96 car is spun, and the caution is out. The race is over.
No,
it's not out. It's not out. It's not out. It's not out.
And Edwards has position on the outside.
Oh, he's going to drive it in there for everything he's got. It looked like Hamlin either sputtered or just he got out of the gas way early.
Try and run down the race leader coming off of 4.
11 is out of fuel. Denny Hamlin loses another spot.
Kyle Busch wins at New Hampshire. Hamlin coasts across the line.
And he will come across the line in 6th position.
And Elliott Sadler stayed out on the track and is trying to coast around to the finish.
That's right.
Chevrolet congratulates Kyle Busch and the 5 Monte Carlo SS on another great Team Chevy victory. 25 of the last 34 NASCAR manufacturer championships and counting. Chevy an American revolution. Marty.
Well, now Rick Hendrick is all smiles. And how are your nerves on that green-white checkered, Rick?
I'm way too old for this. I had a birthday last week. Man, I'll tell you. It's a great car. And, you know, Alan told me last night on the phone I need to come up here. Said they're going to win the race today. But, you know, we were just, it was going to be awful close on fuel.
You got a talented young man behind that wheel who showed a lot of patience today.
Hard to believe he's as young as he is, got as much talent as he does. Looking for good things. I think he's 4th in the points now, right?
Yeah, I think he may be even higher than that, Rick. That's good news. 21-year-old Kyle Busch wins here at New Hampshire.
Unofficially, Kyle is 4th in the points. His first win since Phoenix last November. Also won at California last year. His second top 5 finish in 3 New Hampshire races. He was 4th here last July. 9th win for Chevy here at New Hampshire. Kyle Busch, in a green-white checkered finish, wins in Loudon. Time now for our sprint post-race report. Let's go down to victory lane, and here's Alan Bestwick.
Well, Kyle Busch told us before the race that he was a little more concerned with protecting his place in the chase for the Nextel Cup than winning the race at the start of the day. He's done both this afternoon. The team owner, Rick Hendrick. Well, Kyle, congratulations. First questions first. We'll work backwards. How nervous were you riding around under the caution before the overtime that you might not see that checkered flag?
Well, you know, Alan told me, I asked him when we came in on that last stop there and was wondering whether or not we had enough fuel to make it to the end if there was overtime. And he says, oh, yeah, you're fine. And then they're telling me to save gas. So I didn't know what to think. But, man, I just want to thank all these guys. They weren't sweating as much as they were today as they were 2 days ago preparing this thing. So they did an awesome job for me. We just kept working on trying to make it turn into center, and did an awesome job for me with the Kellogg Chevrolet to bring it here to Victory Lane.
As this race unfolded, you were up front, you were back in the middle of traffic. How concerned were you when you got shuffled back at times that you'd be able to get back to the front?
Well, I was a little bit concerned, especially when there were a few accidents in front of us. You know, the 20, I hate it for him. I wish we could have battled it out with Tony there for the finish. I knew he was very, very strong, and he had an awful fast race car. Hey, Dad.
His father, Tom?
But, you know, and then again, I think the 12 car got spun out there. We barely made it past those guys. But, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal in order to try to bypass those guys. I knew we had a good enough car where if we just bide our own time and ran our own race, we could clear them all and beat them.
You are up to 4th in the championship now after today's events. Your thoughts?
The biggest thing with that is, yeah, it's great and it's cool and everything, but, you know, the points difference 4th and 10th, I mean, it's so darn close. I mean, we just went from 8th to 4th. Next week we can go from 4th to 12th. So we just need to keep rolling like we are here. The past 3 weeks, we 3rd, 2nd, and a 1st. I guess I have to win to get an interview on TV, but hey, that's what it takes. That's what I'll do. We'll be here next week again if we can do it.
If you can be in Victory Lane next week, I guarantee we'll meet you there. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thank you.
Kyle Busch, the winner today. Marty?
Well, for a guy who told me on Friday, quote, this is not my best racetrack, you look pretty good in that high line. With a few more laps, could you have gotten around the 5 car?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Denny Hamlin and I were having a heck of a race, and if I would have had another inch or two on Denny and been able to make that pass, who knows what could have happened. But I just have to thank Office Depot. This whole back-to-school thing's been a lot of fun lately, and hopefully we can get back to Victory Lane. I'll tell you what, you need a Tom cam. My motor coach driver with the beard, I don't know if I feel worse for my team or for Tom that we didn't win, but man, I had a blast, and can't wait to come back here.
His motor coach driver Tom is growing a beard until Carl wins. Hopefully he can shave very soon. Dave?
Greg, it was hard to tell whether you're going to finish in or out of the top 5. Were you a little worried about the fuel there?
A little bit, you know, because we've had, you know, a rough time with fuel mileage. But, you know, my hat's off to the engine shop here. This thing ran with a lot of power and had good fuel mileage. So the Subway Fusion car was really good today. I'm just excited about all the guys, how hard they worked in pit stops. And Doug just called a great race. And just excited to go home this week. I'm going to Camas for a few days. And next week get to go on my new lures boat down in Mexico. So one more week at Pocono, and we'll see how we do. And then we get a week off.
Last 3 races here for Greg, a 5th, a 4th, a 3rd. Wonder what September will be like. Matt?
Jimmy Johnson scores another top 10 here at New Hampshire. How would you describe your day, Jimmy? The car looked more like it came from Bristol or Martinsville.
Man, that was a beating of a day. We got caught in the pits when the caution came out. I got in the wall twice on my own, had to deal with coming through traffic. You know, a lot of hard racing. I have to say it's probably some of the hardest racing I've ever done on a flat track with Carl Edwards, Mark Martin, the 31 there at the end. I mean, we just were racing our butts off. So it was a lot of fun, but a tough day. You know, we got cycled out early, came back and got up towards the front and picking it off. We just need to stay up front all day long, and I have to rally back at the end of the day.
Jimmy Johnson survives for New Hampshire and pads his championship point lead by another 17 points. Marty?
Matt, a 4th place finish for Mark Martin, and I heard you on the radio. You vetoed tires on that last pit stop. Are you glad you did that?
Well, you know, I am. We had a car that would run, you know, it wasn't the fastest car here, but it really stayed on its tires good. So I knew that it was about as good at the end as the start. But, you know, it's really good to have a top 5 here today, and we really needed it. But I want to thank all my fans. They've been so great all through the years, and they've really supported us through this little down spell. And this is what we needed for our AAA, all the AAA members that support us and everything. This is what we needed.
Mark said he needed a little pick-me-up this weekend. Certainly got it. Finishes 4th here at New Hampshire.
Thanks, guys. Good job down there today. Take a look at the championship standings. And as you look at the numbers, here's some quick math. It's only 70 points from 3rd to 8th. And from 4th to 11th, it's only 124 points. You can see that Gordon and Biffle are tied with the same amount of points in 9th and 10th. That's broken by wins, but that'll happen later. Tony Stewart is now outside the top 10. Denny Hamlin, Carl Edwards. Disappointing day for Kurt Busch. Ryan Newman back to 19th. Let's go down to Matt.
And we'll slide up alongside the 11 car with Denny Hamlin. I know you're disappointed and frustrated, but still, to come out of here with a top 10 finish after the day that this team has had.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, but at the same time, could have been a lot worse. We could have not made it back to the line at all. So, you know, I'm pretty happy. I don't know where we ended up. I think 6th or so, but you know, I felt like I maybe had something for Kyle there on the short run. His car looked like it pushed really bad, and we gained on him big time on that with 1 to go. And it started sputtering right there at the white flag, so I had to just, you baby it on back. So it's pretty unfortunate, but same. All still, the FedEx Chevrolet was pretty good, and we'll go to Pocono and win that one.
He salvaged with a 6th place finish, and he's going to Pocono, a place that he won about 6 weeks ago. Bill?
Thanks, Matt. Again, here are the unofficial results. Top 10. Kyle Busch won the race, led the most laps. We'll have more from New Hampshire as our TNT coverage of NASCAR continues in a moment.
Hey, Tony. Sorry about spinning you out last week, man.
Oh, no problem, Jeremy.
Hey, Tony, where do you want this Jeremy Mayfield pinata?
It's for my niece's birthday. Hold on. Natalie, where's the Jeremy Mayfield pinata go?
Just have Dave leave it in your truck.
So what are we talking about?
Get a new Nextel walkie-talkie phone for just $49.99 after $50 mail-in rebate. Nextel, only from Sprint.
I can't believe it! What's Kenseth waiting for?
AmeriQuest thinks everyone deserves the chance to get ahead, but we never thought a racing team would take that attitude to the track.
Greg Biffle's actually waving cars past.
What's up with these guys today?
That AmeriQuest team, they're up to something. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Carl, what are you guys doing? It's a race. PK, we're just giving someone else a chance.
Refinance with AmeriQuest will help you get ahead. AmeriQuest, proud sponsor of the American dream.
The celebration continues on a sunny Sunday afternoon here in Loudon, New Hampshire, where Kyle Busch has taken his team to victory lane in Loudon. Let's go down to Marty Snyder.
With Casey Kane, Bill, who's taken a moment to kind of relax a little bit on a very hot day here at New Hampshire. That took a lot out of you, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm exhausted. It was a long race in the heat, but happy with my team. Dodge Steelers, UAW Dodge Charger was good and up and down. I mean, we struggled. We ran into Newman when he spun and bent the front end and fought back to 8. So we got a couple cars in that final restart, and it was good we could do that.
For you guys, as much of a struggle as it was, what does the top 10 mean this afternoon?
Well, we've been, I think, average about 25th in the last 3 weeks. So to get back in the top 10, get a solid run, and the team did a good job. It's a track we've struggled at a little bit. It was good. I'm happy and look forward to next week. Hopefully we can have a good run at Pocono.
A solid but exhausting day for Casey Kane, Matt.
And what a run for Jeff Burton. You were caught speeding on pit road, and that changed your day, and from that point on, strategy changed, and this team really fought back.
Yeah, I'm just feel really done for speeding down pit road again. It's the second time I've done it. We pumped our pit road speed up, trying to be more competitive on pit road, and we just got to back it down some. But real proud of my guys. We were not that good yesterday in practice, and they got together last night, spent a lot of time, and made our car better. And we just got to keep fighting. This is what this team is about. We're not always going to be the best, but we're not get something out of it. But we were really good today. We didn't have anything for the 5, and I think the 20 was better. But we were really good today. And we're leading early in the race. We got to figure a way to lead at the end of the race.
Jeff Burton finishes 7th here at New Hampshire. Bill?
Thanks, Matt. He'll try again next week at Pocono. So a big win for Kyle Busch, his first of the season after going to victory lane twice last year. And he's 4th in the championship standings. Jimmy Johnson leaves here as the point leader. We all head to Pocono next week to see what happens there. Denny Hamlin was the winner earlier. Rick Hendrick with a wave to his family and friends at home. Join us Saturday on NBC for Martinsville for NASCAR Busch Series Racing presented by Aaron Sales and Lease Ownership. Then we're back to TNT on Sunday afternoon for NASCAR Next Hookup Racing from Pocono. Coverage begins at 1:30 Eastern Time with the Bank of America countdown to green. Next on TNT, the East Coast gets Goodfellows, and out west, stay tuned for Swordfish. For our entire crew, thanks for having us in for the race. Kyle Busch is the winner at New Hampshire.
Go low, go low. Hold on.
Kyle Busch wins at New Hampshire.